Imagine holding a handful of sand. If you grip it tightly, trying to keep every grain, it slips through your fingers. But if you keep your hand open, the sand simply rests there. This is how life works. The tighter you hold on to things, people, outcomes, ideas, the more they slip away. But when you release control and allow things to be as they are, peace naturally follows. The mind is always searching for happiness, searching for meaning, searching for something to complete it. But what if you told yourself, I am already whole. Nothing needs to change in this moment for me to be complete. Do you notice resistance? A voice that says that can't be true. I still need to fix this. I still need to heal. I still need to become better. That resistance is the ego. It survives by convincing you that you are lacking. It builds a character in your mind, collecting roles, labels, and attachments to create the illusion of a self that is incomplete, something that needs improvement, validation, or redemption. But the truth is, what you are at the deepest level has never been incomplete. If you tell yourself, I can love myself unconditionally right now, what happens? Does a doubt arise? A memory? A reason why you think you're not worthy yet? Observe it. Where does it come from? Who told you that you need to become something else before you can fully accept yourself? These beliefs are not yours. They were given to you, passed down by a world that operates on fear and lack. The moment you stop believing them, they lose their power. The ego is always trying to fix something. It tells you that once you achieve a certain goal, heal a certain wound, or become a certain kind of person, then you will be whole. But notice, has that ever truly worked? Has the mind ever reached a point where it says, now I am done searching? Or does it just move the goalpost, creating another thing to chase? Look at your name. Before someone called you by it, before you even knew what it was, you were still here. Your name is just a word. It helps others identify you, but it is not you. In the same way, everything you believe about yourself, your story, your roles, your status is not who you are. If you lost all of it tomorrow, you would still be here. What you truly are does not need anything to exist. It does not need validation, success, or a specific future. The ego, on the other hand, depends on these things. It needs a sense of identity, a role to play, a purpose to cling to. It believes it is the thinker, the doer, the one in control. But if you stop identifying with thoughts, what happens? If you are not your thoughts, then who is thinking them? Pause for a moment. Sit in silence. See if you can notice the space between thoughts. That awareness, that presence that remains even when the mind is quiet, that is you. Not the voice in your head, not the emotions that come and go, not the shifting desires and fears. You are the awareness behind it all. The mind will try to convince you otherwise. It will tell you that you need to worry, that you need to fix, that you need to strive. But what if you didn't? What if, in this very moment, you let go of every thought about who you should be? What if you just existed without trying to change anything? Wouldn't that be freedom? Non-attachment doesn't mean you stop experiencing life. It means you experience it fully, without resistance. You still feel emotions, but you no longer let them control you. You still have desires, but you don't become consumed by them. You still love, but you don't cling. You allow everything to flow, knowing that nothing truly belongs to you, because everything, including you, is part of a much larger unfolding. We often attach ourselves to outcomes, believing that if things go exactly as we expect, we will finally be happy. But how many times have you gotten what you wanted only to realize it didn't bring lasting peace? How many times has life not gone according to plan, yet something even better unfolded? Non-attachment allows you to trust the unknown, to welcome life as it comes instead of resisting what is. Think about the relationships in your life. The more you try to control how someone feels about you, the more strained the relationship becomes. Love that is attached is filled with fear, the fear of losing, of not being enough, of being abandoned. But love that is free is the purest kind. When you love someone without attachment, you do not demand that they stay, change, or complete you. You simply love them, and whether they stay or go, your love remains. The same is true for self-love. Many people attach conditions to it, thinking, I will love myself when I heal, when I succeed, when I become better. But why wait? Why place love in the future when it is something you can choose right now? The ego will always try to convince you that you need to do more, to fix more, to change more before you are worthy. But you are already enough. Let go of the idea that you need to earn your own love. Notice how the ego clings to stories. It holds on to past wounds, repeating them like an old song, making you believe that your past defines you. But who would you be without that story? Who would you be if you stopped identifying with the pain, the regrets, the labels? Letting go of attachment means letting go of these false identities. You are not your past. You are not what has happened to you. You are something far greater, something that has always existed beyond any story the mind tells. When you release attachment, you don't become indifferent, you become free. You move through life with openness, allowing everything to come and go without fear. You realize that nothing can truly be taken from you, because nothing outside of you defines who you are. You stop chasing, stop clinging, stop resisting, and in that space of surrender, you find something unexpected: peace, clarity, and the kind of happiness that does not depend on anything at all. The reason this feels uncomfortable is because the ego does not want to disappear. It fights to keep its illusions alive. It tells you that without attachment, without struggle, without desire, life will lose its meaning. But what if the opposite is true? What if letting go is what allows you to truly experience life? The self that is always seeking, always needing, always fixing, that is not you. The real you has nothing to prove, nothing to attain, nothing to fear. You are already complete simply because you exist. You are worthy simply because you are. And nothing in this world can add or take away from that. The more you let go, the more you see clearly. The more you step back, the more you realize you were never broken, never lacking, never separate from life itself. You were just caught in a dream of becoming, when all along you were already everything you needed to be. So let go of the need to fix, the need to control, the need to become. Life is unfolding, and you are already exactly where you need to be.